morning, guys. Dave, Rolling Springs Ranch. It's been a few. Well, here we are again, facing days on days on days of pouring rain. Grass just keeps growing. Today is my only opportunity to try to get the grass cut. But once again, I'm being faced with the battles of the ranch, the demons. Last week I was mowing around the cabin and my Exmark walk behind decided to let loose. So that engine blew up. It's sitting in front of the house. I had to make an emergency decision. It wasn't worth throwing a new engine on for the price that they wanted. So ended up buying a Cub Cadet, an old Cub Cadet, 127 sitting over there for the time being until I can get to that next. But unfortunately the grass is too tall. It cannot cut through the tall grass. So the reason I went with an old mower was it was not Chinese stamped metal, and I figured it made it 50 years and it would last another 50 years. So got some tweaking to do with that. I had to order some seat brackets and get that figured out. So I come here to Clara, the Jubilee, and of course, for some reason the battery is dead. 6-volt system, I do not have a battery charger. So had to borrow a battery charger from a neighbor. In the meantime, I had ordered a trickle charger that just got here last night, and I had it on charge. So going through the routine of just checking over things, tightening things up before I decide to do a little mowing, I check the gear oil box. And so you remove this plug and you check in there and it says to fill gear oil to the center of the shaft, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, it's empty. So I go inside, I grab a $10 quart of oil, come back out here. Oh boy, she's a leaker. So just another project on the ranch. So I was like, all right, well, I got a little bit of oil in there. I'll attempt to mow a little bit because if I don't, we won't have a driveway, and it's been too wet, so I can't herbicide the driveway and around the fence and everything else. So if I let it go another week, we're gonna look foreclosed around here. But so anyway, I was getting ready. I topped off with fuel, went to remove the battery charger, and guess what happens? The Chinese piece of shit broke on me. So I will fix it, but that's what you get for buying cheap stuff. Crimp came off on the connector, but anyway, at least we got enough juice now. Hopefully we can crank her up and run her for an hour or two, and then back to the regular scheduled program of working on the cabin. So stay tuned. All right, well, went to fire her up. She didn't want to start, so at least she's got power to the coil this time. So we're gonna go grab the jump box, put 12 volts to her ass and start her up. So just another late start on what I wanted to do today. Always so many projects to do on the weekends, never long enough. Still got the part for the side-by-side. I gotta put that on. Hopefully, I don't know what's taking me so long. It's not like it takes hours to put that part on. But so here's a little old Cub Cadet, little cutie. So I ordered some seat brackets. They were gonna weld the seat on. I'm glad they didn't, because it's a small tractor, I'm a big guy. I want to be able to adjust it for where I'm at. So, a little Kohler 12 horse, made it 50 years. It'll be good. Once I keep the grass manageable around the house, this thing should do all right. And there's other features you can get on this thing. Are you can get a PTO. So I was like, well, damn, you know. want to expand our garden, I'll get myself a little tiller that they have on eBay for 300 bucks. I'll throw a PTO shaft in there and we'll be golden. So who needs a bigger tractor for that? So, all right, let's grab the jump box. Here we go. All right, so I got the jump box. Basically, like I said earlier, it's a 6-volt system. So as long as you don't push the start button and apply 12 volts to the rest of the system, we will be in good shape. All we're doing is applying 12 volts to the starter, and this old girl usually fires up pretty darn quick with 12 volts. So thank goodness for a jump pack requirement when you live on a farm. So, all right, stay tuned. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, trying to start it. It's just rolling over, it's not starting. So again, this old girl is on points. Been super humid out. I don't know why she's fighting me today. Normally you tap her on the starter with 12 volts in the jump pack and she fires up and she's good to go. So all she wants to do is roll over. So now I got to check. Of course, now I got to backtrack. Now I got to check spark. I got to check all that stuff. Again, it's been super humid. It's raining. And she doesn't like to sit outside, I guess. So, alrighty. So I went in the house, grabbed some 400 grit sandpaper. We'll pull the distributor off real quick, and I'm just going to give the points a little fresh rub down. You know, it's pretty typical when I had a boat back in Florida. That was running off points and condenser. The humidity just messed with them. So we'll clean them up real quick, see what happens, and then proceed to the next. There we are, guys. Shined her up with some 400 grit on the cap and rotor. Looked like she was burnt out. Probably from when I left the key switch on and killed the battery to begin with. That's all I'm thinking. So she's up and running. We'll see what we can destroy next. Stay tuned. And just like that, I whooped the grass's ass. So got around the house, got around the camper, got around the garden, weed whack there. So it's time to put all that stuff away, kind of clean up, and it's time to go to the cabin. It's time to finish the ceiling in the second bedroom. All right, guys, talk to you all later. Hey guys, Dave, Rolling Springs Ranch. All right, so we got all the parts we needed for the bush hog, finish mower, I should say. Just a seal and an O-ring. Well, I went to, let me set the battery jump pack down. You never know when you're gonna need it. So I went to go start the old Cub Cadet the other day so I could work on that because I had ordered some new seat brackets, and the seat brackets that I had ordered, they have little nipples and stuff, and it fits into the brackets, and then, you know, your chair is able to swivel. Well, went to start it and it made an awful noise. So what was it? Well, the gears were grinding. I was like, man, what did I get myself into with this old piece of shit? And so somehow the shear pin or bolt or keeper or whatever sheared. Now keep in mind, I had just used this tractor the night prior, had no problems except for the front PTO clutch, but it still drove, it still went into gear, everything like that. Fired it up today, grinding away. So anyway, that's just another project. So we're going to take this tractor and we're going to put it down there by the house. That way I can drop the finish mower off. Then I'm going to hook up to the blade, and I'm going to have to go snatch out the X-mark that's broken down in front of the house. And then I got some mounds of dirt I got to level out from when they put the septic in. So it's always something. Rains for a week, grass grows 2 feet. So I'm not going to stress over it. It is what it is. So for now, this Let's see if the old girl fires up so we can move her, and stay tuned. So I forgot to mention last time we came in, and I went to turn everything off, because if you don't shut the gas off, then then it leaks or does whatever, being an old tractor. Well, the knob broke off. This is brand new. Actually, it's my second one. First one, the original one, was glass and it cracked in the snow. So then I got another one, and then that plastic piece broke. So now I got this one, and now I lost the knob. So how am I supposed to turn this thing on and off? Guess I'll get another one. So, well, that's a wrap. Couldn't get Claire started. Cleaned the rotor, shined it back up again. It's not dirty, it's not wet, it's not fouled out. So I don't know what the deal is. Threw the jump pack on, jump pack died on me. So on to the next project. Back down here to the Cub Cadet. One of 1,400 projects I got to take care of on this farm. Can't seem to locate the pinhole. So I was turning the engine, trying to keep the shaft from spinning, but you know what? I'm done. I'm done for tonight. I'm already irritated. So tomorrow I'll come back out, put a pair of pliers on this shaft, turn the motor over, try to find that stupid asshole, and we can get this back up and running, get it back in the barn, keep it out of the weather, try to put the seat on, and then try to troubleshoot why the front clutch is not working. So without the front clutch, can't cut grass, will not spin the blades. I got ripped off, and the grass is growing. In the meantime, but I really need this off to reseal it so I can cut the grass before it's too far gone. So anyway, peace out, Dave. Morning guys, Dave, Rolling Springs Ranch. All right, here we go, tackling 1,400 projects one time. So we decided to just try to get it started so we can at least run the driveway strip, mow the grass down so we can herbicide, and then go on to project number 2. Unfortunately, tractor will not start. Got the spark checker, do not have spark. We got 6 volts coming into the coil. We got nothing coming back out of the coil. So verified on the little tractor. Cub Cadet has the same thing. That's a 12 volt system. Verified the spark checker worked. Verified the coil in there. Everything tests out good on that. We know that tractor runs. So sounds like we got a bad coil pack. I guess if you followed along, I had a dead battery. So I ran out of gas a couple weeks ago, left it in the yard, jumped off it, I guess, left the key switch on, killed the battery, kept voltage to the coil. Last week I went to mow, dead battery, had to buy a battery charger, charged it up, barely got it started, took a long time. Normally it takes a half a second to start her. And here she sits today, will not start. So no spark. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna order the new coil, and we'll watch the grass grow another foot in the meantime. So off to project number 2. Keep you all posted. Project number 2. Fill up sprayer. Herbicide. Using the truck, we'll fill up the little 15-gallon tank, and we're just gonna drive down the driveway and spray it. So we'll see how this works out. All right, for best results, 8 fluid ounces per gallon of water. 8 times 4 is 32. So I guess we're gonna make 4 gallons. 4 gallons is $32. Shit adds up around here. All right, well, here we go. Full send. All right. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. I gotta grab the hose that I accidentally ran over with the lawnmower. Grab it out of the water trough over there. Alright, so I ran over the wifey's hose. Something else I just got to replace or fix or buy. Alright, well, let's figure out where the 5-gallon mark is. I don't know. Alright, so we got it mixed up. Mixed 5 gallons. I'm just getting this ready. And this is where the jump pack comes in again. Very handy tool for farm use. Got that on the Matco truck. I do plug Matco tools an awful lot. Obviously, that's what I bought over the course of my career. Plus, my brother-in-law, Matco Dave, has a route, and so if I have any issues, I contact him and get it done. So, all right, we're gonna fire it up. She's going to back the truck all the way up to the gate, and I'm gonna start spraying, and then she's just gonna roll on down the hill until we get to her van, which I think we're gonna move anyway, because we're gonna have extra herbicide, and there's gravel past her. So, all right, just sprayed the driveway, 5 gallons. Mixed it a little bit hotter than I normally do. There's a lot of grass and so forth, so we'll see what happens. OSHA compliant. Wear your safety respirator and keep the spray drift down. Whoa, hey bunny rabbit. And Mama coming in hot. Mama's driving the truck. So we're just gonna put the insecticide or herbicide tank away, and then we're gonna go back down to the cabin. We decided to not take a trip to Tennessee today to go get the house wire. We're gonna do it next week, and we're gonna hit the floor and get it done today. So, all right, stay tuned.